Shalom and welcome to the blog, day 32 of the Omer count. And what interesting days we are living in. Seems as the days go by, there's always something new comes out on the TV and in the media and everything else, and people feeling either released or not released. Can they stay in? Can they go out? Can they go to work? Who knows what we can do? We're in very, very interesting times, and for of course many, it's creating all kinds of mental health problems and issues for a lot of people, and we are in difficult, challenging times because of all of this. And the Jewish response, interesting. I remember seeing a rabbi once, and he was talking about this, and people were asking about difficulties in life, and he rightly, sagely said, "Gam ze ya'avor, this too shall pass." Yes, as difficult as it may be right now for us, as challenging as we may feel the situation is, being locked down or unable to lead our lives to the fullness that we would want to, for the sake of those who we need to protect, that we should be at home. The difficulties of all of this, with our jobs possibly on the line, our health on the line, our families divided that we can not see, our parents, grandchildren. As difficult as all this is, yes, gam ze ya'avor, this too will pass. It will pass, as difficult as that may seem. And I'm reminded, when I was contemplating of this morning, of a story, it's a true story, anecdotal, but it's true nevertheless, of a Holocaust survivor who was traveling through JFK airport, and a flight was cancelled, I think, whether because of the weather or whatever was going on, but the flight was cancelled, and there was a huge uproar about this with the travellers who were desperate to get back and get home, get to where they needed to be, and there was arguments at the ticket desk and so on. In the middle of all of this, there was an old man sitting quietly on one of the chairs in the waiting area, and one of the agitated people who had just come from the ticket desk came up to the old man and said, "Why are you just sitting there? Why aren't you doing something? Come up and help and argue, and this is crazy, we've got to do something." And the old man just sat there, from what I understand from the story. He didn't say a word to begin with. He just pulled up his sleeve, revealing the tattoo on his forearm. Yeah, he was a Holocaust survivor. And he said to the man who was talking to him that this will pass, this will be resolved. Sometimes there are worse things in life than just missing a flight, as difficult as that may feel at the time, of course. And the moral of the story, I think, is it just puts it all into perspective for us. We can feel our life is crumbling around us. Everything is falling apart. The normality of what we see as life. And I'm just reminded by that man who sat that day calm, patiently, just waiting. He had seen far, far worse, and was not about to get angry, go and pick a fight with someone, blame people around him, the flight company, the weather, whatever it may have been. There's no point, ultimately. We're sitting here, we can't fly, that's the reality, we have to deal with it. Or right now, we're sitting in our homes, unable to go to work, many of us, unable to lead a normal life. And we could get angry, we could blame, we can try and pick those who we disagree with, nations, individuals, governments, politics of any colour. There is really no point. We have to accept where we are right now, trust God, hold on to His reality through all of this. And it's teaching us, if nothing else, I think. We have so much to be thankful for. Every meal I now sit down to, I thank God that I have food on the table, that I still have food in the fridge and the cupboard, that I still have a supermarket that is open that I can go to. I thank God that there are clothes on my back. I may not have that many of them, but I have clothes to wear. I have a roof over my head. I'm enormously blessed as the rabbi of our congregation here to have a salary which through the grace and mercy of God continues to be paid. I have a car in the garage down below. There's a beautiful synagogue building that I can go to work in my office if I need to. a fantastic community that is there in Adat Yeshua, not just around me, but each one around each other, supporting, loving, caring, that we can financially help each other, run the food bank out of the synagogue, and so on and so on. And sometimes even when I wake up in the morning and the sun is shining in the blue sky, as often as not it is right now, I just lay there and just thank God that the sun is still shining. The world is still turning. I've slept through another night and I'm still alive. I have another day. And all this is teaching us that practical thankfulness. If nothing else, like that man who'd seen so much evil in his own time, in his own life, at that moment, despite what was happening with the planes, he was sitting, living in that moment. And he was thankful that he was alive. He was thankful that there was going to be another flight and eventually he would get to where he needed to be. Practicing that thankfulness, the reality of this moment right now, where we are, for what we've got. I am healthy right now. Praise God, I am healthy right now. These are things that we need to be thankful for. Every moment that passes, not to lose it in anger and bitterness and frustration and anything else. Lay hold of the moment God has given you right now. Be thankful for it. Use this moment right now for His glory, to serve Him, because anything else is distracting you from leading that life that He wants you to lead. Practice that thankfulness. Learn that thankfulness now, while we still have the good things that we have, because things could be considerably worse. We could be looking at a considerably higher mortality rate in this virus around the world than we are. But right now we are thankful for what God has given us. Thank you for listening today, and I will see you tomorrow as we continue our count. Toda Rabbi. Litraot.